All right, so we got back today, a little bit of biceps at the end. Before we get in there, I'm gonna go over, I guess, getting like a V-taper back. So if you think you have like more of like a mushroom top back, or honestly not just the visual back you want, good news, no, it's not genetics. Bad news is you probably got to do more work on your back. So let me elaborate. You have lower lats, all right? No shit. So that's what causes to have like look like a kind of like a mushroom top back. Is like you have really bigger upper lats, zero lower lat. It doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing. I'd say that comes down to a couple things. One, your training, how your exercise selection looks like, and two, if you're actually hitting your back properly when you do like a back movement. Because you can totally not hit shit in your back when doing a back movement if you fuck it up that bad. Like if you do it that horrible, it's entirely possible. I used to not even hit my back at all. Some lifts. Let me give you an example. Doing like a barbell row, super heavy, turns into like a half deadlift, and it kind of like a jolt it the bar towards my hips just to count it as a rep. And you're basically not hitting your back at all. You're hitting your lower back a whole lot, but not what you want, getting a filled out back. So let me elaborate on what you should be looking for in your back days. So one, you can prevent getting a mushroom top back, and two, if you already have it, how to work on fixing it. So let's break it down to what back exercises there are. I'm not gonna list off every single one, but I'm gonna give you like a category. There's horizontal movements where you pull something, rows. So different types of rows, and there's different types of pull downs. Vertical movements. So horizontal movements, vertical movements. And every different part of your back gets hit based off of your elbow path during the movement. So like a lat pull down, your elbow is going from here to here. Horizontal movement, elbow is going from in front of you but behind you. And within like a horizontal movement, sometimes your elbow, like if you're doing like a T-bar row or something, your elbow's gonna be way up here. That's gonna change what gets hit. Also, if your elbow's tucked in, that changes what gets hit. So if you're pulling, elbow's tucked in. So generally speaking, movements where your elbow ends up at your hip at the end of the movement are the movements that are going to be hit your lower lat the best. So like think of like a lat pullover. You do like a lat pullover, your elbow ends up usually right next to your lower lat. Well, the best lat pullover you can do for lower lat is where your elbow ends up there. Also like the lat pullover, is it? Not lat, what the fuck am I saying? The single arm cable pull down, like take on one knee, like reaching towards the cable or something and like pulling down. If you focus on pulling your elbow towards your hip, your lower lat's gonna hit like fucking crazy. What else? If you're doing like a row, like a machine row, if it's a lower row where your elbow ends up like this, rolling like that, lower lat's gonna hit a shit ton. That also something that helps with every muscle, but I'd say back like way more, is if when you're getting into your workouts, like first exercise to really start get like the mind muscle part of it, so you can actually start to feel what the hell a lower lat pump feels like. Hold like flex your back, your lats after like your first couple sets. Hold it for like 10 seconds. Maybe not 10 seconds, but like 5 seconds, a few seconds minimum. And like hold it and squeeze hard on it, and you can start to actually feel your lower lat. Because I don't want to say you need mind muscle connection, but it sure as hell helps hitting the target muscle you're trying to hit. How the hell are you going to know if it's pumped or not if you can't even feel if you're flexing it, feel when you're flexing it? Because that's part of trying to get bigger. Sure, it's all the pushing the weight, heavier, progressive lower load, but like getting a pump in your muscle is just as equally important. And I think people always miss out on that part because they're not trying to over fatigue themselves with getting an actual pump in the muscle. So anyways, those are the exercises I would focus on for that lower lat. And no, I wouldn't just make your whole routine lower lat focus because of that shit. You're just screwing yourself then, because then you're missing out on the rest of your body. I would organize it in just so it's equally hit as the rest of your back. If you try and prioritize it, you're gonna have more problems and more imbalances. Because you're going to keep trying to even out everything back and forth, but your body will take care of that if you just hit everything equally. And that goes beyond just hitting back. Like if you're like, man, I just want to make my routines hitting chest and shoulders way more. Like I want to hit chest and shoulders like every other day just so like proportionally I look bigger and like in a shirt I look wider. And it's like, dude, you are limiting yourself on growing everything else just as fast by trying to push one thing more. Sure, it's like the I don't know, the science behind like, oh well, your body can portion more nutrients to whatever muscle group you hit more frequently, and yes, sure, to a degree, but do we really think we're at a point to where we should be doing that? I'm talking we are not big enough to be doing that shit. We don't need to worry about isolating our back within our training routine and hitting back 3-4 times a week because that's a weak point. It's all in your head. Promise your weak points are all in your head. We are small. Yes, we. So we are going to go hit back today. Everything's small. Pause. Anyways, that's something I wanted to point out. What did I used to isolate? I think I used to do that with chest. I used to just like try and organize it to where I hit chest more because I wanted just a bigger chest, but like kind of took away from the rest of my routine and also like screwed my chest workouts because I'd be sore as shit. My chest would be sore as hell going into my next chest day because I was trying to hit it more frequently, and it was just like, dude, that's the whole point of split in the first place, is to give your muscles enough time to recover before hitting them again. Plus be able to hit every single muscle group. Otherwise, we just go hitting full body every day, be in there for 7 hours. You know how it works. So today we got 2 horizontal movements, 2 vertical movements, a couple exercise biceps, whatever's open. I feel like it's gonna be busy. Yep, busy as shit here. So yeah, T-bar row, some type of mid to low row, or mid or low row, and then lat pull downs and lat pullovers, and then some biceps. Pose and get out of here. So straightforward. Been the same thing this entire off season. Same shit. What kind of car is that? Alright, whatever. I ain't showing you guys. I'm gatekeeping. So yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about? What else would I want to know about back? All right, I'll see you guys in there. We're gonna, whatever exercise, whatever machine's open first, I'm gonna use that in my routine. I just want to keep the pace of the workout going. See you in there. I'll just start with this. It's open. I'm gonna do 4 sets of everything, and then ideally I get this for more reps. Honestly, just get like a full pump in my back with my lats before going to everything else. But I don't know. See how this weight is first set. If it's too much, I'll drop it. All right, let's go. What's up? I'm gonna superset these with pullovers. Let me move this up. One sec. I'm not gonna pause it. Alright. Put this shit here. I wanted to do the whole thing supersets, but it was taking until now. So I'll just do superset now, and then once I'm done with all my lat pull down sets, I'll just make these straight sets. Kind of like a mix of the two. I dropped the weight like 2 pins on this just to actually get a decent amount of reps before going into pullovers again. Otherwise I'm gonna get like 4 reps in this shit. Alright. Oh shit! All right. Like I said, I'm just gonna make last sets just be pullovers instead of supersets. Because I already did 4 of the pull downs. All right. All right. So I said, if you can never feel an exercise and like the target muscle trying to hit, so if you can find some type of superset you can do with that, I wouldn't believe if you said you couldn't feel that muscle after doing a superset. Because dude, I did. You just saw I did like two supersets of pullovers with pull downs. My lower lat feels like it's exploding. Maybe because I ate an entire pizza last night, and also the food is helping with an extra pump. But aside from that, the superset is definitely helping. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, I gotta drop the weight a little bit. I like making the two horizontal movements on my back day, like two completely different ones, as in like my elbow is clearly way the hell up here when I do this, then my next pull movement, or horizontal movement, my elbow's like tucked in, just because I don't have to worry about like, am I hitting every single muscle in my back when I do this? Because if I do 4 completely different, or at least 2 different for 2 different horizontal, 2 different vertical elbow paths, I know I'm hitting everything. So I don't have to worry about like making sure I'm targeting every single separate muscle in my back. Because I mean, dude, it's like I don't actually don't know how many there are, but like I don't have to worry about like, oh, am I hitting enough sets for my rhomboids? It's like, dude, if you hit every variety of back movement, there's no other box to check. So that's how I view it. With that being said, dude, this is kicking my ass. Alright, let's finish up. I'm gonna rest pause this because I just want more out of it. And also make sure I don't throw up. Last thing I'll do, I might just honestly run the whole rack on this thing, just to finish off the back day. I always try to do like a little bonus when I have like a cheat meal, the day of having it, and then like the day after, just to give a little extra boost for my body to do something with the food. I mean, it's only once a week, but like yesterday I had a whole Little Caesars pizza in one sitting, so probably like 1,000 calories over what I normally eat in a day. So I probably ate over 60, I probably ate like 6,200 or something yesterday, calories. So it doesn't hurt to throw in something like a, geez, how many would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 drop set? I don't think I'll do all 8. I'll probably do like 2 pin difference each time, but you get the point.
You don't think it'd be enough time? Or you need too much time? I think usually it was like I think now
Dude, I really don't want to lower the weight on this shit. I'll probably just keep it like that until I get less than 8. I guess you could probably ask, how do I gauge weight-wise if I'm gonna do higher rep, lower rep, all of the above. Just as long as you can mix of both in there, it's fine. It doesn't have to be like a specific exercise you do higher or lower reps on, with a couple of exceptions. Like I wouldn't do sets of 6 reps on a pec fly. I wouldn't do sets of 6 reps on like quad extensions. Other than like those few things, maybe bicep curls as well. Other than those few, like as long as you have a mix of, I don't know, some shit that's like 6 to 8, some shit that's like 10 to 15. Checks both boxes. 1 of pushing heavier weight, 2 of actually getting a pump in the muscle you're trying to hit. I feel like most of like the science guys online, or at least on TikTok, miss the second part of it. They're actually trying to get a pump, and they usually just go with the, oh, it's optimal for 2 sets, 6 reps. We don't need junk volume. Like, dude, it's not junk volume. It's a different purpose than just trying to get straight. What's it called? Moving with more weight. Like, there's 2 boxes you're trying to check there. All right. Let's move this. We'll make this shit maybe triple drops. I don't know if that being goofy with it. Probably just have to finish twice each time. Alright, let's get it. Honestly, I just throw in 2 different elbow spots for bicep curls and also different wrist movement for it. So like, I don't hit forearms, so half of it really gets hit from my back movements, not using straps at all today. And also with curls, I mean, I don't do reverse curls. I mean, there's no point of hitting this tiny part of your forearm. It'll get hit. But like this part, the actual meaty part of your forearm, and also like right here, I don't know what this is called, but this will get hit more when I do like these hammer curls. And this will just mainly get hit every time I do a bicep curl. I mean, dude, from not hitting forearms at all, I mean, it's not like they're lagging, you know? I feel like that's the only muscle I can actually think of that you really don't have to hit this shit directly, and you'll be fine. Okay. What's up, bro? Oh, guess you couldn't hear me. Alright, we'll call it there. I'm not gonna bother doing drop set in that. Actually, I'm being a bit sad. I'm gonna do it. Drop set it. Then we'll call it. Alright, let's go pose. Alright. Yeah, I didn't talk before posting those. Listen to some old 2 Chainz songs. Are the songs good? Not really. It just brings back memories though. What do we think? My coach asked me what my plan was if I was gonna, oh, that's the pocket, I already knew that. What my plans were for 2026, if I was gonna compete or not. I said that I wanted to wait longer. I feel like I wanted to wait just at least like a couple years in between shows to give some time to actually get bigger. Sure, you can still make a difference between once a year competing, but like some real differences, like usually you gotta take a year off. Extra year off, sorry. I mean, perfect example, Wesley Vissers took this year off the Olympia because his legs, he needs bigger legs for any chance at like winning the O. So he decided not to compete this year, and he's gonna compete next year. So same concept. But all right, I'm gonna call it there. And I can save most of the yapping for in the car. See you guys there.
All right. Let's get out of here. Thankfully, I didn't have to wait that long for, I don't think any machine today. I guess it's Wednesday, but still a busy day in the gym. What the hell do we want to talk about? What do you guys want to know? I gotta think. What would I have wanted to know 3 years ago? Not sure. I would know. Or I do know now. I remember a few years ago, I would be so fixated on thinking I needed such a great training split, and the training split was the reason why I wasn't growing. And if you're training hard every time you go in the gym and you're hitting every muscle and you know you're getting a pumping in, like all the above, yada yada, and if you think the reason you're not growing or reaching your goal is because of your split, I'm gonna tell you it's not your split. All right. That's usually the easy part, is training. The part where all the actual changes in your body happen, the manipulation of it, are from your diet. And you're gonna be like, well, yeah, no shit. But let me explain, because it's more in depth than you think. Yes, eating at a calorie surplus. Yes, eating at deficit. But the macros, the meals, timing, and the types of food matter more than you actually think. For a number of reasons. Sorry, I don't want to talk into the wall while I'm... Not the wall. I don't want to talk in the window while I'm explaining this. I'm trying to turn right, and there's rush hour traffic in front of me. So, hold on. Bro, there's like 30 cars. Not 30 cars. There's 300 cars. Bro. Alright. Okay. Let me explain a little more. because you may think like, just like, I don't know, you just use Cal AI and take a picture of my 3 meals today. It's like, oh yeah, I'm tracking my calories and I'm getting in a surplus and reaching my goals. Like, there's numerous things wrong with that. One, let me just get this off my chest. Using a scanner for food, other than like the barcode scan, right? To tell you like the nutrition facts and the barcode. But if you're scanning like a plate of chicken and rice and being like, yeah, this is about how many calories it is, dude, you're not going to reach your goals. It may get you a little bit closer, but like not to actually reach them. Because nothing is going to be more accurate than you weighing your food and you knowing what it is. Weighing it is the number one way of knowing how many calories you're eating and what you're eating, and the consistency of what you're eating. That's the number one thing I'm going to get into right now, is the consistency of it. So let me give a story first, just so it can make more sense. I tracked just doing if it fits your macros, hitting a calorie goal for about a year and a half straight. And I basically ate whatever I wanted, as long as I hit a protein goal. I hit the rest of my calorie goal with like the fats and carbs, and I made it like a reasonable amount of more carbs and fat just for like a bodybuilding diet. And my diet consisted of like a 1,000-calorie shake in the morning, cereal, whey protein, some chicken, and then like fucking chips. What else would I eat? I don't know, like crackers, lemonade. That'd be my diet. And I hit my calorie goal, I hit my protein goal, I hit my relative macro goal, and I did that for a year and a half, and I adjusted my diet up and down based off of like my check-ins, weighing myself, making sure I was eating in a correct surplus, so it was more muscle than fat I was gaining. And I basically did all the above. Just sleep is on point. And did I make progress? Yes, I made progress. But is it even close to the amount of progress that I've made with actually having a regimen with my diet and training? Not even close. So much more progression. There's an issue with just doing if it fits your macros, because there's such a bigger fluctuation than you think with just tracking each individual thing with trace nutrients. Also, like the nutrition facts on a label is not exactly that same amount of calories. And let's say like 4 different things. You put like a condiment on your food, you put another condiment on your food, you have this certain preset for how much rice is in there. That's like 3 things in one meal that may be like different in like 30 different calories, or like let's say 100 different calories. I'll be like, it's like let's say it's like a 70 calorie difference in what it really is that you plugged in your phone. And then you do that for 4 meals in your day, and that's like a 280 calorie difference fluctuating because of the trace nutrients and the difference in the nutrition label of how accurate it is with how the amount of calories are in it. A 280 calorie surplus, holy shit. What is going on? A 280 calorie surplus is a normal bulk surplus. So if you're fluctuating like that on top of what your surplus is, some days maybe it'll be less, like 280 less, and you're just eating on maintenance, and some days you'll be eating way over. The consistency of it is not there. And then also with trying to manage how your body weight is week to week, of understanding what your body's doing, it's going to be way more fluctuation. And also, like, it doesn't hold you to the consistent meal timing, to where if you're just down 90% of your calories right before you go to bed because you're just trying to get your meals in, and you weigh yourself in the morning, of course you're probably going to weigh way more than if you just spread your meals out throughout the day. So there's just so many variables to take into account when trying to accurately understand what your body's doing and be able to manipulate it into what your goal is. So that leads me to now having an actual tracked diet with the same meal plan every single day. Whole foods, of course, or mostly whole foods. I got bagels in there, but there's a reason behind that. And having the exact same thing every day actually has the consistency of it, and that keeps the variable constant when trying to understand what my body's doing and make changes with it. Because let me put it this way: you could, in theory, which basically this is what I already do, almost. You could increase and decrease your diet from a surplus into a cut without even knowing how many calories you're eating. Why? Because you're eating the exact same thing every single day, and if you track your weight, you eat slightly a bit more for a period of time, and your body weight is going up. You're eating in a surplus, and you can gauge how much in each direction just based off of having the exact same food, a little bit more. Exact same food, just a little bit more rice in your meals. The same way goes for any bodybuilder that cuts down for a show. They keep in the exact same meals that they were having from their bulk, for the most part, I'm pretty sure. Basically. And all they do is they slowly take food out of it. That's how you're able to keep everything way more consistent. Now, is this more difficult in the beginning? Yeah. You could say like it sucks or whatever, but like, do you want to reach your goal or not? Any valuable goal is difficult to reach, which is why it's valuable. That's what gives it value. So understanding that it's going to be some struggle to get there should be motivating to you. Be like, man, this is going to be awesome when I get through it to get to my goal. Better physique. I can say for myself that, of course, I'm still going to be improving more and working on my physique more and always getting better. But I can definitely say that I'm happy with how I look. So of course I'm not settling, never going to settle, but I can definitely say I'm happy with the amount of effort I've put in over the past 6 years to get to where I am today. It comes from doing the shit I just said I've been doing, the tracking, training. You guys see it. It's just been day in, day out for years. And it can fit into your schedule. You can make it fit into your schedule, I promise. There's no way to cope around it of like, oh, I'm not in shape because of this or that or this. Dude, everybody's got an excuse, don't they? So, you're not some exception. So, I feel like that's always the easiest way to cop out of it because it's difficult. But hey, I mean, that's what most people do, right? That's why most people are average. By definition, most people are average. So, if you want to be the same, then do whatever you want. It's not my problem. That's just my take on it. Alright, I gotta pick up a sirloin because I forgot to get it when I was at Walmart yesterday. No pizza tonight though. I'm already cheat mealed out for this week. And then else? That's it. Quads tomorrow. So there'll be a video right after this. Then rest day, back to chest. Just keep on chugging. So appreciate y'all watching. If there's anything you want me to talk about or got any questions, let me know. I will get to them. So peace.